All right, guys, we are in the mystical, magical Bambu Studio Slicer. Now, what I'm going to show you in this video is not exclusive to Bambu. So, if you're using Cura or Prusa or Orca or Creality Print, whatever, all the slicers work about the same way. So, we are going to be importing a SVG file that we created in Inkscape and turning it into a 3D model quick. All right. So let me show you how it works. We hit Control I here in Bambu Studio. We go to our desktop. We find our file that we just created. Where is it? Hummer Keychain. There we go. There's our Hummer Keychain. Now, it's going to come in all one color, which is pretty awesome. It's going to come in 10 millimeters thick, which is pretty awesome. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through and set all these pieces up and turn it into a 3D model lickety-split. All right. So let's go to the Objects tab. Now we know in our design we just have black and white, so we've got that pretty well covered, right? So that first object, this is the part where we have to kind of use our brains and say, well, what is it exactly we want to do? So we have to have a good idea of what we want to do. But the first object is called backplate. Okay. Boom. And how thick do we want our backplate? Well, I'm going to turn off uniform scale. We want our backplate, in my opinion, 2 millimeters. You'll see if that's good or bad here in just a moment. It is going to be white, so we're good to go there. Now, the next piece is our border. Okay. And I'm going to say 3. I don't know exactly how thick we are actually going to do it, but let's just say 3. And the border is going to be white as well. So we can call this border. Just go ahead and click on it and rename it border. Okay. And then the next thing that we have is our infill. Now the infill is going to be, so let's call it black infill. Okay. And that is going to be probably only 1 millimeter. Again, I don't really know, but let's just call it that. And then for our text and the black infill is in fact going to be black. And then our next part is the honeycomb. So there's the honeycomb. Boom. And it's going to be black. So I hit 3 on my keyboard. Why 3? Well, because that's the third defined filament color. And then its thickness, I don't know. Let's just do 1 for funsies. And then finally, we have our Hummer keychain text. So there's Hummer. It is going to be white. And let's make it 2. Let's make it pop goes weasel. Okay, we're going to make it just a little bit thicker. Now, this is what we got. A big old mess. So we have to figure out exactly how this is all going to work in regards to your Z heights. So you really have to know what you're making in order to be able to create the model for it. So understand this. For the backplate, we want that to be sitting on the build plate. It is 2 millimeters thick. Half of 2 is 1. That is our Z value. So if we go to move and click on 1, boom, that is sitting on our build plate. Okay. So what's next here? The next is our border. Well, how thick do we want our border to be? So we got to go back to scale. Remember, we set the border to 3. Half of 3 is 1.5. If we want it to sit on top of our backplate is 2. 2 plus 1.5 is 3.5. So our Z value would be 3.5 for the border. Boom. So now you can see we got a nice thick action going on here. This is looking good. All right, so keep it going. Our black infill. Where do we want our black infill to be? Well, I want my black infill to sit right on top of my back plate. My back plate is 2 millimeters thick. My black infill is 1 millimeter thick. Half of 1 millimeter is a half a millimeter. Plus the 2 millimeter back plate? Yes, correct. The Z value should be at 2.5. Okay? I know this concept is a little bit difficult to understand at first, but once you get it, boom, you're going to be magical. Okay? So now you see how it's We're building. We're building momentum here. Okay, so now comes the honeycomb. The honeycomb is 1 millimeter thick. Half of 1 is 0.5. But keep in mind what the stack is. The stack is a back plate of 2, an infill plate of 1. 2 and 1 is 3, plus the half of our honeycomb. So yes, our Z value should be at 3.5. Boom. Okay. And now if we look here, ooh, isn't that pretty? So you see how she's building up, she's building up, she's building up. Bingo. That's what we need. Okay. Looking good so far. Now, and then finally, we have our text. So the text, I said we're going to do 2 millimeters thick. Half of 2 is 1. But then we have to go back to our stack and say, okay, what do we got? We've got a 2 millimeter back plate. We've got a 1 millimeter infill plate. We've got a 1 millimeter honeycomb plate. 2 and 1 is 4. Plus the 1 millimeter from our text is 5. Bob's your uncle. Let's do 5 for Uncle Bob. And looky there. She's all sitting pretty. And you'll see that the Hummer text is slightly proud of my border. Okay? And that's actually how I wanted mine. Okay? You can have yours however you want, but I just wanted it slightly proud. Isn't that just special? Okay. So, and then you can see we've got our place for our jumper ring, and you can see our edge of our design is nice and perfectly straight, top and bottom. But basically, there is exactly the same keychain. Okay? Exactly the same keychain. All right. So now you know. Now you know. Now you know how to make it all happen. All right. Let's go ahead and slice this bad boy. So let's go ahead and slice it. Make sure. Ooh, that was quick. Quick, quick, quick. You see here it says slice okay. So it says we're going to get by without any supports. So we'll trust our slicer. It's a little bit hard to see, but you see that honeycomb pattern beyond our Hummer text there. I think that looks pretty good. It's there, and it's going to look good. So yes. So that is how that works. Okay. So what I would probably do, let's go back here to prepare tab. What I like to do when I'm doing these keychains is I just put it down here in the corner and just paste. This is just how I like to do it. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that one. There is actually a tool that if you just had one and right clicked, you see that it has the option to fill bed with plates, but it doesn't make it all nice and perfect like it does when you do it this way. So that's why I don't like using that. But anyhow, we'll center this up. What we do have, we'll center it up, and then we'll have to move it down because our perch tower is in the way. So, but it's centered left to right, and there you go. You can print out a whole bucket load of these things. All right, and that is how you go about creating your Hummer keychains. Not complicated. Understanding Z heights can be a little bit, even for me. Done hundreds of files now. Sometimes I don't quite get my math just straight, but I'm just popping those numbers off the top of my head. So sometimes I have to move it up and down a little bit, but we get there, pretty quickly. So that's it, guys. So I hope this helped you out. I hope this helped you understand how to go about doing that a little bit better here inside your slicer. Really encourage you to really understand your slicer inside and out and backwards. That's step one when you're starting to learn 3D printing. What can we accomplish here in the slicer? What we cannot. And then some type of graphics program that can save an SVG. It could be Illustrator, CorelDRAW, InkScape, Canva. Well, maybe not Canva, because Canva doesn't export a really good quality SVG. That's the problem with Canva. But a lot of people will use Silhouette Studio because they're used to using a vinyl cutter, their Cricut machines and things like that. And Silhouette Studio will export an SVG. And it's usable here inside Bambu Studio also. But there's one caveat to using Silhouette Studio is you have to go from Silhouette Studio to Inkscape to Bambu Studio. You cannot go straight from Silhouette Studio to Bambu Studio. So there you go. That's all the information I know. So I hope this helps you out. Until next time, thanks for watching.